Will looking left and right. Angus right on his tail. Now he comes underneath. Angus, he's going to force Will up. Down the back straight they go. Lap and a half to go now as they come through. Angus got Will pinned right up against the fence. Who's going to get the... There goes Will. Catches Angus napping a little bit. Angus straight onto his back wheel as they come down the front straight. As they go round 1 and 2. Angus trying to get on terms with Will Amelius. Down the back straight. Angus really having the fight now. Will Amelius pushing everything to get through. Everyone wants to go one up. Angus Withington, he'll come across the top. Angus to come through. He'll take a one-up lead. Next up, we'll have our team pursuit qualifying. Fastest 2 teams will go to the gold final. The 3rd team will get automatic bronze. First team to hit the boards, that'll be from Balmoral. Flynn Jensen, I believe Ollie Jordan, doing all sorts of duties this weekend. He'll stand in for Ollie Urry, Cam Franks and Zach Kelly. Ollie Jordan going to have some sore legs tonight, I think. Good mate, how are you? All right, slight change here. It looks like we've got a Bundaberg Fraser Coast crew coming out. That looks like Max Clancy, Will Holzberger, Oscar Schoff and Liam Vaughan. It's for our regional team. Max Clancy will lead this one out into second wheel. Will Holzberger. Third wheel, that'll be Liam Vaughan. And sitting in fourth, that'll be Oscar Schoff. Oscar, the only one with pursuit bars on. So this is over, I think this is a 4,000 metre event. Good start out of the gate for Max Clancy as they'll all line up behind him as he leads through 12 laps, sorry, a 3,000 metre event as they come through. Max Clancy, Will Holzberger, Liam Vaughan, Oscar Schoff coming down the back straight. They're all settled in now. Oscar Schoff, the only one in pursuit bars as they come through. Max Clancy, he comes across the line, looks around, he swings up. Now it's Will Holzberger into the lead. Max Clancy, good switch back onto the back of Oscar Schoff as they come across now. Will Holzberger around 3 and 4. Full lap turns for the boys as they come around. Will Holzberger now, he'll switch over with Liam Vaughan. He swings up, Liam Vaughan into the lead. Will Holzberger looks around, drops in behind Max Clancy. Half a wheel length between them, he closes that gap. Liam Vaughan now, really trying to set the pace as they come across the line. As they come through, 58 seconds, so a good 3 first laps as they roll through. Now Oscar Schoff onto the front. What can he do? They'll need to up the pace. They want to set a good time to get through to the gold medal final. As they come through, Oscar really getting the pace up now as they come across the line. Still a great time as they go through with 12 laps to go. No, 10 laps to go. Into the lead, Max Clancy. 7 laps to go. The commentator needs his glasses on. Max Clancy, Will Holzberger, Liam Vaughan, Oscar Schoff. Max Clancy, he's off. He's going to leave it to his 3 teammates to do it now. He's given it all. Will Holzberger, Liam Vaughan, Oscar Schoff as they come through. This is going to be the time to beat. As they come round now, Will Holzberger, he's done a huge effort, a lap and a half. Now he swings up, down back behind Oscar Schoff. It's starting to fall apart a bit for the regional team as they're struggling to keep pace. Liam Vaughan comes through. He swings up, half lap turn. Now onto Will Holzberger's wheel. Oscar Schoff on the front. Now they come through. Oscar opening a bit of a gap over Will Holzberger. 4 laps to go. 3 laps next time around. Will Holzberger and Liam Vaughan struggling now. Oscar Schoff sits onto the back. Will Holzberger really pushing now. 750 metres to go around Adamir's Velodrome. He rolls up. Liam Vaughan goes underneath. They all need to finish together. Will Holzberger out of the saddle trying to keep up. Down the back straight, Liam Vaughan will lead them through. Half lap turn. He jumps onto Will Holzberger's wheel. Oscar Schoff, 2 laps to go. 500 metres of Adamir's Velodrome. Max Clancy, he swings down. He's watching his teammates go. Oscar Schoff setting the tempo. 1.5 laps to go. Will Holzberger struggling to keep the wheel of Oscar Schoff. Oscar, head down, doesn't realise there's a bike length there. Lap to go. Will Holzberger really pushing now. Liam Vaughan coming around the outside. They're trying to get it all the way to the line to line up together. Oscar Schoff off the front. Round they come, half a lap to go. This is going to be the time to beat. Liam Vaughan around the outside. Will Holzberger now around the outside as they cross the line with a 3:45.65. Good work for the boys there. Oscar just holding back to make sure he didn't leave his teammates behind. Next up from Balmoral. Out of the gate we'll have Zach Kelly. Next to him will be Cam Franks, Flynn Jensen, and the colour changing Ollie Jordan. He switched to a different suit just to confuse everybody again. So time to beat, 3:45.65. Ten seconds. Bit of a nervous start there from Balmoral. Zach Kelly getting caught up in the gates. He'll ride around. Cam Franks into his wheel. Flynn Jensen down onto his. Ollie Jordan, he'll slip into 4th wheel. As they come round, 12 laps, 3,000 metres of Adamir's Velodrome. Riding around now, Zach Kelly off to a strong start. He's got them all lined up. Into the pursuit bars he'll go. 1 lap down, he's still in his sprint bars. He rolls up. Cam Franks, he'll take over the lead, followed by Flynn Jensen, followed by Ollie Jordan. Zach Kelly just on the back of Ollie Jordan now. Cam Franks setting the tempo, back in those familiar fluorescent orange socks. I don't know who it is. Round they go, 2 laps down, 10 to go. They're in second position at the moment, so Regional Queensland having a good run first up. What can these boys do? They're all under 15s. Slightly smaller gear than the under-17 team that went for the regional. Flynn Jensen in the lead now. 3 down, 9 to go as they roll around. Flynn Jensen rolls up. Ollie Jordan into the lead. Managing his effort. He doesn't want to gap Zach Kelly too much, but it opens up to a bike length. Ollie Jordan needing to slow down just a tiny bit. He's put Zach Kelly in trouble. Zach Kelly about 2 bike lengths behind now as they go across the line. Ollie rolls up. Now looks behind. Zach Kelly in the lead. Still hasn't gone into his pursuit bars. Mustn't be comfortable with those. Round he goes. Zach Kelly in the lead now. Cam Franks, Flynn Jensen, Ollie Jordan. Round they come, 7 laps to go. Cam Franks into the lead now. Zach Kelly back onto the wheel of Ollie, opening up a little bit of a gap there. Now he's into the pursuit bars. He's got his form now. Cam Franks comes around. They'll get 6 laps to go. They're halfway there. Looking steady on the bike, the young men from Balmoral. Up Cam goes. Flynn Jensen into the lead. Ollie Jordan on his wheel. Zach Kelly. Then Cam Franks at the back. 5.5 laps to go. They're past the halfway mark. Flynn Jensen will lead us through. 5 laps to go now. Across the line. Flynn will swing up. Ollie Jordan. He doesn't want to create that same gap to Zach Kelly again. He slows it down. Makes sure everyone's happy. Good work from OJ. Now he comes around 3 and 4. Gap opens up slightest bit. Zach back on his wheel now. Good work. 4 laps to go. 1,000 metres. Zach Kelly, he's in the front wheel again. Cam Franks, Flynn Jensen. What can they do with this time as they come across? This time around, they'll get 3 laps to go. They're looking to beat the time of 3:45. 3 laps to go now. And they're sitting in second position with a 3:10. Off goes Zach Kelly. Leaves it to the 3 fellows before him. Round they go. Good effort by Zach Kelly. Now Cam Franks, he ups the pace. Flynn Jensen and OJ go with him. 2 laps to go this time around. Still in second position. They've got 14 seconds to beat the time of regional if they're going to do it. Round they come. Flynn Jensen leading out Oliver Jordan. They'll get the bell this time around. Flynn Jensen to lead them through. They've gone past the time of regional Queensland. As they come round, this is a great effort by the under-15 men. Half a lap to go now. Ollie Jordan leading them out. Really pushing it now. Trying to set the fastest time. Flynn Jensen just falling off the back a little bit. Ollie moves up. Cam moves up across the line. Second place with a 4:11.7. Next up, we'll have our team from Hamilton Wheelers. Out of the gates and a glutton for punishment, Harry Dowling. He's only just come off with a bronze medal from his IP. Harry Dowling, Eli Taylor, Lockie Chamberlain and Lockie Walters. I think that might be Porter White down there beside Harry Dowling. Harry to lead this one out, followed by Porter, Lockie Chamberlain, Lockie Walters. Good start by Harry. His legs must be burning. Another under 15 in the under 17 finals as he leads them through. Good start from Harry. 12 laps as they all settle in their pursuit bars. Lockie Chamberlain without any. Lockie Walters also without pursuit bars. He's got sprints straight after this one. He had one straight before it. Harry Dowling leads them through. 1 lap down. Slots back in behind Lachlan Walters. Porter White now, he sets the pace as they come around 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Into the front straight. Dave Wadsworth letting them know what to do. Porter White looking strong on the front. They got the second fastest time so far, slightly behind Regional Queensland. Porter White putting in 2 laps as they come through. Now Lockie Chamberlain, he inherits the lead. What an honour for this boy. He's only just started track cycling. He's out there in a team pursuit. Not a bad effort as he rolls around. Half lap effort. Lockie Walters, he'll take over the lead as Lockie Chamberlain slides back in behind Lockie Walters. Behind Porter White. Lockie Walters on the front. He's got Harry Dowling on his tail. Lockie measuring the effort, making sure he doesn't put his teammates in trouble. Harry Dowling stuck to his wheel as they slide around 1 and 2. Walters, Dowling, White and Chamberlain. Walters pulls up. Dowling, he inherits the lead as they've got 7 laps to go. Dowling, short stint. He's off. Did everything he could. 3 men to finish. White, Chamberlain, Walters, they'll come through. They'll get halfway this time round. 6 laps to go, 1,500 metres. Good effort from Porter, Lockie and Lockie as they roll around. Porter White taking a big turn. Lockie Chamberlain in the middle there. Well done, Harry Dowling. Good start. Porter still in the front. He hands over to Lachlan Chamberlain as he comes through. He's got Walters on his wheel. Now White sliding down into Walters' wheel. Half a lap for Lockie Chamberlain as he rolls back. Gets on Porter's wheel. Down the back straight they go. Walters, White, Chamberlain rolling around now. We'll see what their time's like as they come through. Still in second, 4 laps to go, 1,000 metres. Chamberlain in trouble at the back. Calling out from the slow down a little bit. Now he joins back in. He's back onto White's wheel. Walters rolls up. Now Porter takes over the lead. 3 laps to go as they come through. What can they do with their time? They're still in second. 3 laps to go. They've got a chance to get up against the regional guys. Through goes Porter White. Lockie Chamberlain in the middle, followed by Walters at the back as they come around. Porter White, 2 laps to go, 500 metres. Chamberlain holding on. Porter stretching it out a little bit. Can Chamberlain hold on? Walters goes around Chamberlain, slots into the middle. Good move. Gives Lockie someone to draft off. Round they come. They'll get 1 lap to go now with Porter to go. What's their time like? They're good. They're in second position at the moment. Can they do this in 15 seconds? It's going to be trouble to try and do it. They have to push as hard as they can. Can they catch the regional team? 3:45's the time. They won't do that, but they'll slide into second position as they come through. Massive effort by Walters, White, Chamberlain and Dowling. Just 4 seconds off the time of the regional team. Good work, men from Hamilton Wheelers. Next up, we'll have our second Balmoral team. Our under-17 boys. Felix Crossman, ZDS, Josh Franks and Bodie Dusha. Right, it'll be Zach Douglas Savage. He'll come out of the gates in that stunning orange helmet. He'll be next to Felix Crossman, Josh Franks, and Bodhi Dusha. Time to beat is 3:45.6, set by the Bundaberg and Fraser Coast team. Oh, Zach just held up in the gates there. He went a little bit early. Never mind. He's got everyone in tow now. Zach Douglas-Savage, Felix Crossman, Josh Franks, and Bodhi Dusha, as they come around the front straight. They'll be looking to set the fastest time early on. Round they come. Good strong lap from Zach Douglas-Savage to start. Second fastest time so far, so they've got some work to do to catch up to the regional boys. Felix Crossman, he'll inherit the lead now. He's followed by Josh Franks and Bodhi Dusha as they start to roll around. Really getting the tempo up now. Half lap turn from Felix Crossman. 10 laps to go. Josh Franks in the front. They still sit in second position at the moment. What can we do from here? Bodhi Dusha leads them down the back straight. Into turns 3 and 4. They really want to get on top of the regional team. First or second will put them through to the gold medal playoff. 9 laps to go. Still in second. Minute for their first 3 laps. Zach Douglas-Savage now. He's starting to stretch legs. He's got them all behind him. Felix Crossman up there as Felix inherits the lead. Josh Franks behind. Zach Douglas-Savage, he fits in behind Bodhi Dusha. Into first now with a minute 18. So the Balmoral boys, they've moved it up a gear. They're really trying to go after that time now. They want to be in the gold final for sure. As they come round, Bodhi Dusha, he's in the front. Short half-lap turns from the boys. Good strategy, no one getting worn out. Bodhi Dusha, now they slip back to second. It's a ding-dong battle between 1 and 2, Regional and Balmoral. Regional team set the fast time. What can they do from here, Balmoral? Zach takes a full lap on the front as he rolls around. Half done. They're into second position. 6 laps to go now. 1,500 metres done, 1,500 to go. Zach Douglas-Savage, he's still on the front. He's made a monster turn on the front. He rolls up, sets up Felix Crossman, gave them all a rest for a little while. Round they come. No time that time through. 5 laps to go. Felix pulls off. Josh Franks ups the tempo ever so slightly. Bodhi Dusha, Zach Douglas-Savage, Crossman on the back. Franks rolls up. Dusha on the front now. 4 laps to go, 1,000 metres. What's our time? Into second. They're really going to have to motor now if they want to beat the Bundy Fraser Coast team. Zach Douglas-Savage on the back, on the front as they go down the back straight. Not long to go. They'll get 750 metres as they roll around this time. What's our time look like? Zach Douglas-Savage looking happy on the front. They're still in second. A lot of work to do in this last 750 metres. ZDS doing the majority of the lifting for Balmoral. Now Dusha off the back. He's lost contact. He rolls up. ZDS still on the front. It's been about 2.5 laps. They've only got 2 to go, 500 metres, still in second position. They haven't got much time, 35 seconds for the last 2 laps to get into first. ZDS is still on the front. How long has he been out there? 3.5 laps, he rolls up. Now Crossman into the lead. He's going to lead them through. 1 lap to go. Still in second. They'll have to absolute motor home to get this done. 18 seconds to beat the regional team. Josh Franks on the front. ZDS in the middle. Crossman at the back. It'll be the time of the last rider across the line. What can they do as they come down the front straight? Close. They got into first with a 3:45.2. Regional did a 3:45.6. 0.4 of a second in between. Great last lap. Felix saved his legs. That big effort from Zach Douglas-Savage in the middle, that really set them up. Great effort from the men from Balmoral. That sets them up with the fastest time, so it'll be Balmoral and Regional go through to the gold medal final. 0.4 of a second between them. And through the bronze medal rider, that'll be the Hamilton Wheelers and Balmoral. All right, here we go with our second matchup in our semi-finals for the under-17 ladies. Emily Watch getting the better of Maddie Smith in the first round. What can Maddie do now? Winner will go through to the gold medal final. Loser will go through to the bronze medal final. Maddie Smith, it's all or nothing now. Emily been super strong for the whole event. What can she do? Up the track Emily goes. She wants Maddie to take over the lead. Maddie not having a bar of it as they weave up and down the back straight. Emily forces Maddie to the front. What's Maddie going to do from here? She ups the pace a bit. As they come around, they'll get 2 laps to go. Emily Watch, she was able to pull it off. She's exactly where she wanted to be, stalking from the back of Maddie Smith. Maddie now has to rethink the strategy. Just over a lap and a half to go. Do or die from Maddie. She has to get this one to force a third matchup as she slows down the pace on the back straight. Emily equal to it at this stage. Now they roll down again. Less than a lap and a half to go. Who's going to blink? Emily with a great move on the first lap, forcing Maddie into the front. 1 lap to go. There's the bell. No sprinting yet. Maddie's going to leave it till last minute. Round they go, 1 and 2. Emily out of the saddle. She's going to try and come around the outside. Maddie still trying to go. Emily around the outside. Emily takes her around 3 and 4. Emily Watch around the outside. Emily Watch, she'll go through to the gold final. Maddie Smith, she'll go through to the bronze final. Next up, it'll be Bella Potts up against April Paddy. Bella Potts taking the win in the first round. April going to lead this one out. She has to do everything she can to force a third matchup with Bella Potts. What's the strategy here for April Paddy? She's going to have to pull every trick out of the bag to beat her teammate in Bella Potts. Bella up, 1-0 at the moment. As they come around, fast tempo from April Paddy. 2 laps to go. Haven't moved out of the sprinters lane. What can we do from here? April looking comfortable. Doesn't look stressed out on the front. Bella equally comfortable on second wheel. Lap and a half to go. April has been catching people napping coming from the top. What can she do now? This is going to be a sprint from the sprinters lane. She's got position. There's the bell. April opens it up, measures it. Watches Bella come around the outside. Now she pushes again. She's really going to have to kick down that back straight. April run out of legs. Bella Potts comes around the outside into 3 and 4. Bella Potts into the sprinters lane. Bella, she'll go through to the gold final. April will go through to the bronze with Maddie Smith. So the gold final will be between Bella Potts and Emily Watch. Bronze final between Maddie Smith and April Paddy. Next up, Lockie Walters, fresh off his team pursuit. He'll be up against Chris Mullins. Lockie took the win in the first heat. Really stretched out Mullins in that first lap, then slowed it right down. What can Chris Mullins do now? Walters to lead them out. What's he got left in the legs after the team pursuit? He's going to use the same tactic. He's going to go from the get-go. 3 laps to go, 750 metres. He's going to try and time trial it. Mullins straight up onto his wheel. Mullins goes into the front, pushes Walters up to the top. Now he slides down, gets some free speed. Down the front straight, 2 laps to go. Walters stalking from the back. Mullins keeps an eye on him as they go around. As they go around the top of the boards, 1 and 2. Lap and a half to go of Enemies Velodrome here in Brisbane. Mullins now, this is a fast start to this matchup. Mullins needing to win if he wants to force it to 3. Walters, he wants to take it 2-zip. Rolls straight down into the sprinters lane. Gets a gap over Mullins as they come down the back straight. It's about 2 bike lengths. Mullins really having the fight now. Walters, he'll go through. He'll go through the gold final. Mullins, he'll go through the bronze. Lockie Walters straight through the gold medal final. Chris Mullins, he'll go through the bronze. Next up, we've got Angus Withington from Canberra. He'll be up against Will Amelius from Balmoral. Angus taking the early lead in this one. He's up 1-zip. Will Amelius, he needs to win this if he's got any chance of getting through to the gold final. Angus starting nice and low on the track. Will right up against the fence. Different tactic. Will was out there first. Angus deciding to get way away. Angus rolls down to the bottom. Will needing to take this win to force it to a 3rd round. He did that with Nate Argent earlier on to get into the semis. What can he do here? He's a thinker, Will Amelius. What can he do different this time around to get around Angus? Round they come, 3 and 4. They'll get 2 laps to go this time around. High speed on this one. Angus looks left and right. Where's Will? Will's got to have something up his sleeve. It's do or die for Will, or he's through the bronze final. Angus wants to do it all here and now to go through to the gold. He wants to meet up with Lockie Walters. Round they come, less than a lap and a half. Angus starting to wind it up. Who's going to get the jump? Will sitting on Angus's wheel. Now they're out of the saddle. Angus Withington down the front straight. Gets about a bike length on Willem Elias as they head into the back straight. Will now coming like a freight train. Into 3 and 4. Angus out of the sprinters lane as they come around 3 and 4. Down the front straight. Angus Withington. Oh. Angus Withington by about half a tyre valve. Commissaire's going to have a look at that to see if Angus came out of the sprinters lane. We'll just wait for confirmation from the commissaires on that one. Commissaire's happy with the race. Angus Withington to take the win. All right, on we go to our under 15 ladies scratch race. 5 kilometres, 20 laps of Animere's Velodrome. All right, our under 15 ladies scratch race. Golding, Robbins, Sook, Vaughan, Smith, Taylor and Walters. Commissaires will want to have those all bunched up. Ava Robbins to lead them out. She's got Walters on her wheel, followed by Mackenzie Smith. In the middle there, Matilda Taylor, followed by Aaron Seock. Followed by Elise Vaughan and Sienna Golding. Ava Robbins looking to continue her golden run at this 2024 State Track Championship. What can she do? Mackenzie Smith rolls off. Hands it over to Matilda Taylor. Aaron Seock. She'll inherit the lead from UQ. She's got Elise Vaughan for company as they all start to roll through. Ava looking at Sienna Golding. She's marked her competition. She wants to know what's going on. Elise Vaughan, she's going to go out early. Ava controlling the tempo now. Kenzie back up onto Ava's wheel. Sienna and Ava starting to spread everybody out. Now it settles down again. Ava happy with the tempo at the front. Ava only with eyes for Sienna Golding as they come around. Sienna making a move around the outside. Ava not worried about what's happening inside. She's just looking at Sienna Golding. "16 laps to go now. Sienna goes for it. Ava straight onto her wheel. Sienna's going to try and make a long distance. Aaron Seock, she's got to try and go for it now. She's the only one giving chase. Kenzie got caught out a little bit at the back. She's got a lot of work to do to get around. She goes around Elise Vaughan. A lot of work to catch up to Golding. Robbins and Golding going to work together now with 15 laps to go. Ava takes the pace out of it. She doesn't really want to work that hard for that many laps. Hannah Walters brings it all back together. Mackenzie Smith on her wheel, followed by Elise Vaughan, followed by Matilda Taylor, followed by Aaron Seock. Now Golding goes again. Robbins goes with her. Up the tempo slightly. They build a gap straight away. Not really working together. Sienna doing all the work. Robbins just happy to respond. So they come around, 13 laps to go. Golding throwing everything but the kitchen sink at this one. What can she do to interrupt the dominance of Robbins? Ava hasn't looked at anyone but Sienna as they've made moves. This is like a Tabata on the track, 20 seconds of pace followed by 10 seconds of slowing down. Mackenzie now, Sienna Golding, the only one trying to try something different out on the track. She goes again down the back straight. Ava Robbins straight onto her back wheel. Golding opens up the gap. Does she just go on with it? No, she rolls up. Robbins slows it down again. 11 laps to go. Robbins, Golding, Smith, Vaughan, Walters, Taylor, Sioc. Halfway there now of this 20-lap race. 5 kilometres, 2.5 Ks done, 2.5 to go. Now we see more moves from Sienna Golding. Ava Robbins just responding to each attack. Not going on with it. She's not interested in going out for a long-range attack. Golding's going to try and do everything, but she can't do it on her own. Golding, Vaughan, Taylor, Sioc, all lined up. Everyone winds up now. Walters, she'll slip in underneath as they come round. 2,000 metres to go of Anna-Meares Velodrome. Sienna Golding has been throwing everything at this, trying to make something stick. Now they go again. Golding, Robbins, Vaughan goes with them this time. Sienna Golding just trying anything to try and interrupt this race. Everyone else pretty happy to just cruise along. Robbins in the front now. She slows everything down again. Robbins, complete control as she rolls up. Lets Vaughan go through at the front. Golding onto Robbins' wheel. Ava has not taken her eyes off Golding. She knows where the threat's coming from. 6 laps to go, 1,500 metres. Round they come, still looking. Mackenzie Smith down in the sprinters lane. Golding and Robbins have been throwing attacks at each other. 5 laps to go. Robbins has been responding. Golding's just been trying everything. Now Robbins opens up a little bit with 4.5 to go. She starts to spread them out as they come around. Ava Robbins looking very comfortable at the front. 4 laps to go. 1,000 metres at Anna-Meares Velodrome. Robbins having a golden run already on Friday night and now this morning, Saturday. What can she do here this afternoon in the under 15 women's scratch race? Still Golding and Robbins on the front, followed by Smith and Vaughan, Sioc, Walters, Taylor, all in there. Now Sienna's still trying to do something. 2.5 laps to go. Not much time to try and make something stick now. Who's going to be the first to blink? Who's going to make the move? Robbins onto Golding's wheel. Golding goes for it. She can't wait for Robbins anymore. If she's going to take a position, now's the time. 500 metres to go. Golding, Robbins, Smith, Vaughan, Sioc, Walters and Taylor all line astern as they go. Vaughan now trying to make a move around Mackenzie Smith. Sioc there as well. Now Robbins goes. She puts the pedal down. She's worn Golding out. Now Robbins just goes on with it. Instantly opens the gap. It's Robbins. Mackenzie Smith doing the chasing. Sioc trying to get around the outside. Mackenzie Smith. Vaughan. Golding's worn herself out. Ava Robbins round the outside. She's done it easily. She takes the foot off the gas. Ava Robbins, Mackenzie Smith from the Gold Coast takes silver. And Elise Vaughan from Bundaberg, she'll take home the bronze. Mackenzie Smith, great hold on for silver. Ava Robbins takes home another gold. Elise Vaughan to take home the bronze. Sienna Golding threw everything at that, but she just ran out of legs. Had nothing left in the end. Robbins straight off the track. Great ride. Robbins into first. Mackenzie Smith takes home the silver. And from Bundy, Elise Vaughan, she'll take out the bronze. Next up, we have our under 15 men for their scratch race. Out on track, Flynn Jensen, Ollie Jordan, Ollie Arias scratching his crook this weekend. Cam Frank, Zach Kelly, Jake Kelly, Cruz Kemps, Hunter Davis, Riley Dixon, Jacob Cork, Harry Dowling, Aidan Parslow and Flynn Larkins. 20 laps, 5 kilometres. Commissaires will just make sure they're all bunched up. Aidan Parslow, there's the whistle. Commissaires are happy. Parslow, Kelly, Cork, Jordan, Larkins, Dowling, I think that is, in second. Davis, followed by Dixon. As they come round, fast pace on this one. Ollie Jordan into the lead. He's got Larkins on his wheel, followed by Dowling, followed by Davis. What's going to happen in this race? Jordan swings up. Larkins swings up. Dowling down the back straight. Dowling swings up. Jordan not too far off the front. He swung up, but he hasn't left the front. Dixon rolls up. They're all bunched up in the middle. No one wanting to get caught. Dowling and Larkins fighting over Jordan's wheel. Round they come. Fast start, fast 2 laps as they roll around. 3 abreast as they go through 3 and 4. Davis and Kemps, they're followed by Jordan. Ollie Jordan, now Dowling onto Ollie Jordan's wheel. Flynn Larkins swinging up, Cork onto Dowling's wheel. Now the pace comes up a little bit. Who's going to make a move from here? As they all start to roll around, they're starting to look at each other. There goes Ollie Jordan. There goes Harry Dowling. Who's going to catch up with them as they all try to respond now? Who's going to do it? It's Cruz Kemps. He's going to try and drag everyone back. Round the outside, it's Jordan. They all slow up. Cruz Kemps slows down. Jacob Cork, is he going to go on with it? Ollie Jordan just testing everybody's legs. Jacob Cork slows it down at the front, 15 to go. Five-kilometre scratch race. We all bunch up again. Ollie Jordan tested everybody. Cruz Kemps, the first to respond. Harry Dowling was straight on his wheel. Jacob Cork doing some work there as well. It's a big bunch now. It's really slowed down. 14 laps to go as they come through. Ollie Jordan looks around. He's up the top. Is this where he's going to make his move from again? He's next to Kemps. Parslow. Kemps in the middle. Ollie Jordan on the outside. Jacob Cork having a mechanical. No, sorry, that's Kelly. Jake Kelly. As they come round now. Ollie Jordan, he ups the tempo at the front. Has a look around. Has he done any damage? He's looking around. Who's on his wheel? Parslow. Harry Dowling hasn't left his wheel now. Jacob Cork on Dowling's wheel as they're all trying to scramble. Ollie Jordan is the wheel they want. Flynn Jensen now sitting on Larkins' wheel. Pace comes out again. 11 laps to go. Jake Kelly back on the track. Jacob Cork, he's made a move now. What can he do? It's a long range attack, 2.5 Ks to go. Everyone watches that go as Jacob rolls up. He knows that's too far to go by yourself. He tried something smart move to pull it up. Half distance done now as we're all still together. Now they're starting to make some moves. Starting to spread out a little bit. Jacob Cork now around the outside of Dowling. Ollie Jordan, he's on the inside. He's setting the tempo as they come through. 8 laps to go, 2,000 metres of Animeers Velodrome. Jordan, Dowling, Cork, Kemps, Larkins, Davis as they all come through. Jordan rolls up. Larkins on his wheel. Dowling wants to go with that. Cork on the front. Larkins locked onto Jordan's wheel as they come round. Davis in the lead. No, Kemp, sorry. He's got Davis on his wheel. Cork in the middle. Oliver Jordan now making a move around the outside. Larkins and Dowling shoulder to shoulder as they come around 1 and 2. 6.5 laps to go. Down the back straight. Everyone sort of measuring their effort now. What's going to happen in the next 1,500 metres? Half the Ted Smout Bridge to go. 1,500. 6 laps. Ollie Jordan, he's controlling it from the front. Dowling coming around the outside. He's got Jacob Cork and Flynn Larkins on the left of him as they roll around. Now Jake Kelly, he's going to make a move from the outside. Who's going to make this move? Jacob Cork onto Ollie Jordan's wheel now. Down the front straight they go. 5 laps to go, 1,250 metres. The boys have done some big events so far this weekend. Legs getting tired. Who's got something left in the tank? Riley Dixon, he's been quiet. What can he come out with? We know he's got the pace. Has he just been waiting? 4 laps to go, 1,000 metres. Ollie Jordan, Jacob Cork, Flynn Larkins on the inside, Kemps and Davis. Flynn Jensen down there as well. Jordan has been happy to set the tempo for the last 4 or 5 laps. He continues to do so. Now we're getting moves by Dowling around the outside as we've got 3 laps to go, 750 metres. Jordan looks around, sees Dowling coming. What's the danger there? He looks around. Dowling settles into his wheel, forces his way into second wheel as Jacob Cork, too busy looking behind him, opens up the gap. Harry Dowling slips in. Thank you very much. 2.5 laps to go now. 500 metres as they come round. Who's got anything left in the tank? Jordan goes. They all go. Now it's time to go. It's a 500 metre sprint to the end. Jordan gets a gap as they all come around. Ollie Jordan, Harry Dowling chasing it down. It's 1.5 laps to go. It's Jordan, Dowling, Kemps, Larkins as they come round. 250 metres to go. Larkins coming around the outside of Kemps. Dowling starting to slow down. What can they do? Here comes Dixon around the outside. Larkins trying to hold on to his spot. Cruz Kemps in the middle. Ollie Jordan looks around. He's got this one sewn up. Ollie Jordan takes home another gold, followed by Dowling and Riley Dixon. Ollie Jordan, Harry Dowling, Riley Dixon. Gold, silver, bronze. Great last 2 laps. I think that was Cork in for 4th maybe. Larkins was in there somewhere 5th or 6th. Great ride from the under 15 men. We'll wait for confirmation of the results, but it looks like Ollie Jordan continues his gold rush this weekend. Up next, we have our bronze medal sprint matchup for our 17 women. Maddie Smith and April Paddy. This is for the bronze. Best of 3. There you go. Jordan with gold, Dowling silver, Dixon third, Cruz Kemps fourth, Jacob Cork fifth, Larkin sixth, Parslow in 7th. Commissaire's just waiting for all the riders to leave the track. 8th is Hunter Davis, 9th is Cam Franks, Kelly Brothers and Flynn Jensen rounding out that scratch. April Paddy now leading out Maddie Smith. Best of 3. Both ladies would desperately like to get one up. April setting a high tempo as she rolls round the sprinters lane. April looks around now, 1 lap down. Maddie, panther-like at the back, stalking April Paddy. These girls have been at each other for quite a number of years now. Maddie Smith making a comeback. April Paddy getting stronger and stronger and stronger as the years go on. What can they do here? Lap to go. This will be the bell. April looking to get the jump on Maddie Smith. She goes. Maddie goes up as well. Round they go, 1 and 2. Maddie Smith out of the saddle still as they go round 1 and 2. Down the back straight. April kicks again. Maddie Smith just in front as they come round 3 and 4. As they're side by side, neck and neck around 3 and 4. Elbows out. It'll be Maddie Smith will come across the line. Maddie Smith will take the first win in that matchup. Good ride from Maddie and April. Next up, our fast ones, Bella Potts and Emily Watch. Emily Watch to lead this one off. Bella Potts, she'll go into second wheel. Commissaires let them go. Emily off the front. Bella Potts into second wheel now. This is our gold medal final. Best of 3. Emily Watch from Canberra. Bella Potts from Balmoral. Track standing on lap 1. Don't know what the commissaires will think of that. They call it off. Can't track stand on the first lap. Confirmation from CJ, can't track stand before the pursuit line. The first half a lap. Bear Liang, president of the UQ Cycling Club, helping his young rider, Flynn Larkins, down on the infield. Off we go again. So just confirmation from the commissaires from CJ. First half a lap before that pursuit line on the back straight, you cannot track stand. All right, we're off again. Emily Watch will lead them out again. Bella behind. Emily now. Still trying to get Bella through, but without the track stand. As they roll around. Emily keeping an eye on Bella. They both had good times. Into the 12s for their qualifying, so this will be an interesting matchup. Now Emily really trying to force Bella Potts onto the front. Bella doesn't want a bar of it. Oh, good move by Emily. She forces Bella through. Good tactics with 2 laps to go. Bella Potts into the lead now. Emily Watch on the wheel. Lap and a half to go. Great move by Emily Watch on the front straight. Forcing Bella through. As they come round now, they'll get the bell this time around. Bella leads it out. Emily still seated, very comfortable in second wheel as they come round 1 and 2. Emily starting to make her move around the outside. Down the back straight. Emily round the outside, cruises past Bella Potts. Round 3 and 4 they go. Bella still pushing. Emily, she'll take the early lead in that one in our gold final. So Maddie Smith, she's one up in her bronze medal final against April Paddy. Emily Watch, she's one up against Bella Potts. Next up in our bronze medal for the men be Chris Mullins up against Willem Elias. All right, Amelius to lead this one out. Mullins up against the fence. Will leads them out. Mullins into second wheel. Best of 3. This is the bronze medal ride-off. So they come through. Mullins. Now he's in the lead. Willem Elias handing that over. Happy to come from behind in second wheel. Mullins looks around now as they've got 2 laps to go. Mullins, Amelius, lap and a half to go. Will leading this one out. Up against the boards they go. Best of 3. You want to go one up in this bronze medal final. Now they're starting to push. Amelius with the jump. Mullins goes with him. Shoulder to shoulder. Both down in the sprinters lane. No, Will still out. Mullins around the inside. Down the back straight. Mullins got the speed to hold off Amelius. As they come round 3 and 4, Amelius drops back out in the sprinters lane. Mullins all the way to the line. Mullins will take the early lead on that one to go one up in that bronze medal sprint.
Is that a first year and a second year out there?
Yep. Jody, we're going to go get clean in the shower. He looks like
Well, a big thanks to Adrian Larkins, who's commentated this morning. I've had several people tell me how much better at it he is than I am, which is perfectly fine by me. And you've got the B commentator now, and we've got Lachlan Walters and Angus Withington from Canberra, who in the first heat of the gold final. Two very fast riders. This is going to be something. Walters will lead out. Lachlan Walters doing everything here. He's only just finished his team pursuit. And he has a bronze ride-off to come. Withington is staying on the wheel as they move up now, up towards the fence, straight to height, as did the previous heat. The objective of the lower rider is to pin the rider above. You put them in the fence, so to speak, and just to control them between themselves and the fence so that they can dictate when to make the move. They're going pretty quickly. And as they come down the straight and they get the bell, Lachlan Walters will be looking to get over the top and to get in the sprinter's lane. Now Withington, he's in the slipstream. He comes over. Walters lifts. It doesn't look like there's going to be enough to come around for Withington. Lachlan Walters continues his dominance this weekend. A very good ride from Angus Withington, and it was a 11.71 200 metre. These two guys went 11.4 and 11.5 in their heats, in their qualifier, sorry. So a very quick final 200 metres there. And Lachlan Walters goes one up. Best of three for the Junior Men's 17 sprint. The live stream crew, we strive for diversity. We currently have an all-female crew. A big thanks to the mums. And we're about to have a team pursuit. It's a composite team of Chloe Buckley, Kaylee Ovenden, Neve Parslow and Annalise Murray. And they will be up against the Balmoral team. Robbins, Monteith, Moore, Potts and Paddy. One of those riders won't be riding. I believe it's April Paddy. She'll be concentrating on the sprints. The Junior Women's 17s, there's no heat. This is the final. And Zane Cunnington will be assisting them from the blue. 30 seconds on the clock. Out of the gate, that's Annalise Murray, who leads them out from Rockhampton and into her work now. Chloe Buckley, second wheel, Kaylee, third wheel, and then Neve Parslow from Life Cycle, fourth wheel. Great to see Ipswich Cycling Club represented with the green kit, doing fantastic things out there at Ipswich. Buckley now closing the gap to Annalise, who rolls off. And Chloe Buckley rolled straight off as well. So a little bit unorganised at the start here, but they'll get into their work. Short turns, actually, and getting Neve onto the front. Annalise did her job getting them underway. And now Neve dictating the pace on the front. Chloe Buckley, second wheel. Kaylee Ovenden, who's a triathlete, so she'll be at home on the TT bars, even though she's relatively new to track. Heading down the back straight, and they're looking pretty organised now. Chloe Buckley from Cairns, sorry, on the front. 1:22 split. Heading down the back straight now, and Kaylee Ovenden doing the work. The girls are looking pretty organised. There's a couple of short turns at the start. And back to Neve Parslow on the front again. Zane giving them loud and clear instructions from turn number 1. So head down the back straight. Neve Parslow looking very comfortable, as does, in fact, they all look very comfortable at this stage. 6 laps on the lap board, now 5 laps on the lap board. Neve rolls up, and a very good turn from Neve Parslow. Just sitting a little off that back wheel. .221 the split. Kaylee rolls off. A good change there, straight back onto the wheel of Chloe Buckley. 2:41. Their split. Kaylee losing a little bit of touch there with Chloe Buckley, but she recovered very quickly. Three minutes, that split there. There's 2 laps on the lap board. Two laps to go. Chloe Buckley rolls off. Kaylee now has the work to do to take them down the back straight for the second last time. Getting some encouragement now from the centre. Neve Parslow will take them round for the final lap. And plenty of encouragement. Kaylee's just dropped off. A little bit of trouble there for their third rider. Neve has picked up the pace a little too much. Looks over his shoulder now. And the clock will stop at 4 minutes. .547. So a good ride there for the most part. A little disorganised at the start and the very end, but solid through the rest of the race, which will bring up the Balmoral team vying for the gold medal in the Junior Women's 17 team pursuit. So Ava Robbins in the starting gate. Sienna Monteith, Megan Moore with that beautiful Australian Championship jersey on. And then Bella Potts, the sprinter. .30 seconds. All right, a good start. They're into their work. Ava winding it up. Queensland, the current national team pursuit champions in the men's and the women's. The team pursuit very strong in Queensland, and this should be a very fast time. Ava Robbins on the front. She does the first lap. She rolls up. Sienna Monteith now taking charge down that back straight. The team is well drilled. They look very good as they come around. Sienna Monteith brings them down the front straight. Sienna rolls up. Now Megan Moore on the front. Megan Moore, the Queensland champion from last night in the individual pursuit. Bella Potts, the silver medalist in second wheel. A very strong team. Balmoral always fielding very strong team pursuit teams. And this year's championships is no different. Megan Moore still on the front. She's doing a good turn. The time they're chasing is 4 minutes flat. 2 laps and Megan Moore's off. Bella Potts now onto the front. These 4 ladies riding very well. Bella does her lap and rolls up and perfectly back onto the wheel of Megan Moore. Balmoral trained very hard for these team pursuits, and this is an exhibition. Ava Robbins has 2 Australian Championship records to her name, and she's got her team off to a flying start, and her work is done. We're now down to 3 riders, 3 very strong riders, Monteith, Moore and Potts. 4 laps on the lap board now. 2:15 the split. Megan Moore very tall on the bike. Coach calling them to lift. Megan holding on for 2 laps again. Down the back straight they go. That was 3 laps to go. There's now 2 laps on the lap board as Megan Moore rolls up just a little bit off the wheel of Sienna Monteith, but gets back on quickly enough. Short turn there from Bella Potts. It's starting to hurt. Encouragement from Ava Robbins as they come around. Sienna Monteith rolls up. Perfectly down onto the wheel of Bella Potts. Megan Moore, who's done the lion's share of the work. Megan Moore, she's going to stay on for the rest of this lap. As they come down the back straight, 4 minutes is what they're chasing. Out of turn 4. And they stop the clock at 3:50.181. And that'll secure them the gold medal in the Junior Women's 17 team pursuit. Congratulations to Balmoral, Ava Robbins, Sienna Monteith, Megan Moore, Isabella Potts, and April Paddy named in that team also. But give them a round of applause as they come past. Actually, 4 of the best riders in Australia, all vying for a place in the Queensland team and the honour of representing Queensland at the Nationals, where we are the current team pursuit champions. All right, up next, Madison Smith and April Paddy. As you can see, there was no way April Paddy was going to be in that team pursuit. She would have to roll straight onto the start line if she was. Congratulations, Balmoral. That is a new championship record. Well, it's hot and sticky conditions, perfect for fast times, but Balmoral have just achieved a new championship record. All right, Maddie Smith leads out. April Paddy. Madison won the first one. There's not much separating these two. It really does come down to racecraft here. This is the bronze final. Maddie Smith will be looking to take this one to win the bronze. April Paddy obviously will be looking to take it for the best of three. Madison Smith comes up to the fence. April Paddy on her wheel. Dives down now, a little bit too slow to go into that 43-degree bend. And she'll probably rise up again on the other side, and she does. Just trying to keep April on the high side. 2 laps on the lap board. Maddie dives down again now. They'll come round and get the bell. Out of turn 4, Madison Smith. And the first move comes from April Paddy, who dives underneath. Neither rider had much height, but April Paddy has the ascendancy as they come down the back straight. Madison Smith is flying around the outside. April Paddy's not giving up. Maddie Smith comes over the top. And Madison Smith takes the bronze medal in the Junior Women's 17 sprint. And a very good ride from April Paddy. April Paddy, a first year under 17. Maddie Smith, a second year. Big things to come from April Paddy in the next 12 months. But a very good ride from Smith, who gets herself a bronze medal in the Junior Women's 17 sprints. Which brings us to the gold, the second heat of the gold final, April. Bella Potts. And Emily Watch, Emily from the Vikings Club in Canberra. The ACT, I should say. Isabella Potts from Balmoral. Emily Watch won the first one, and she'll be looking to take this one for the gold medal. Isabella Potts leads in the Balmoral blue as they head down the back straight and get elevation straight away. Not too much risk in the first lap from the sprinters. Sometimes you'll find that an endurance rider will go very, very early. There's a lot of racing in the legs of these two. Not too much risk of an attack in the first lap, but getting into the second half of the second lap, at any stage, rider could attack. So Bella Potts on the front, just keeping an eye on Watch, but Watch free to dive. They're going to come into the final lap. The sprint is going to be late. No sprint yet. And Watch dives first. Potts now has the work to do. Watch is very fast. Isabella Potts, this is for the gold medal. If Emily Watch can hold on, she'll take the championship, and she will. It was a good late move. Emily Watch from the ACT Vikings Club takes the gold medal in the Queensland Junior Women's Sprint. She was the fastest qualifier. It was a very quick qualification time. Isabella Potts has a lot of racing in her legs. And Pottsy will take the silver medal. Put your hands together for these two wonderful races, ladies and gentlemen. Potts with the silver. Emily Watch, formerly of Queensland, now from the ACT. And the last 200 metres in a time of 12.69. Tony Tor just giving our two sprinters the hurry up. The faster cyclists go, the slower they are. Will Emilias and Chris Mullins. Chris Mullins won the first. This is the bronze final. He'll be looking to take it 2 from 2. Will Emilias from Balmoral Cycling Club in the black. Chris Mullins from Uni of Queensland in the grey. A very slow start. They're required to ride the first half lap at walking pace. We saw an earlier sprint restart because the riders stopped in the first quarter of the lap. You quite often see at a UCI event there will be a commissaire walking around making sure that those riders ride at least at walking pace. Chris Mullins on the front. He'll be looking at taking it 2 from 2. Will Emilias is in fine form. Secured himself a bag of cash at Bundaberg just last week. And Will starting to animate a little bit from the back. The boys down low, no height to speak of. Chris wants to TT it from the from the sprinter's lane. He's got the ascendancy. Here comes Emilias. Emilias slingshots out of turn 3 and 4. Mullins is really turning it up. They come out of 3 and 4 now. Chris Mullins on the front. Can he take the bronze? Yes, he does. Chris Mullins from UQ secures himself 2 from 2, gets himself the bronze. He was under an enormous amount of pressure from Will Emilias, but was able to hold him off. A sprint down on the black line, no height to speak of whatsoever. And Chris will be happy with that. We're fortunate to have a lot of sprinters in the junior men's 17 at the moment, so the pressure is on. And a good ride there from Chris. Having said that, Will Emilias is a first year, and so we'll expect to see him absolutely flying as a second year. And now the gold final, Lachlan Walters took the first over Angus Withington. Withington this time leading out. Lachie Waters has an enormous program. He's literally doing everything here, and he's doing it very well. Angus Withington keeping the pace steady into the first lap. Goes up high. Looks like Lachie Waters wants the front, but Withington, is he going to let him have it? Lachlan Walters has secured the front position, and he rolls straight past. Withington, doors open for him to take it back, but he's happy to be on the back wheel at the moment. Lachie Walters picking up the pace as they go out of turn 1. Withington now pinning him to the fence. Changed position twice in the first lap. Lachlan Walters picking up the pace. He wants to go over the top again. Withington takes the line. He wants to get the sprinter's lane, and he does. Walters coming around the outside. Can Withington hold him on? Walters goes pretty wide. Withington has quite a big advantage as he comes out of turn 4, and he holds on. Well, it's going to go to 3, and clever from Angus Withington to drop when he did. He was aware that whoever owned the front was dominant in that race, and the first heat went to Lachlan Walters, who managed to get the sprinter's line on the front. Not much between these two, and that makes it very interesting. The first heat, the final 200 metres was 11.71. That heat, 11.73. First one won by Lachlan Walters, second one won by Angus Withington. So what does that tell you? It all comes down to strategy because they're riding pretty much exactly the same speed. And Lachlan Walters has come straight off his sprint. And he's staying out there because he's now got a team pursuit. Balmoral team on the back straight. Jensen, Urry, Franks and Cully. Hamilton Wheelers on the front straight. Dowling, White, Walters and Chamberlain. This is the bronze final, the Junior 17 team pursuit. Just getting organised there on the back straight. Rider not in the gate yet. I think that's Cully. Clock is ticking down. "30 seconds. Everyone out of the gate and into their work. Dowling on the front of the Hamilton Wheelers team. And he's got them out to a little bit of an early lead, but it's very early days yet. Kelly on the front of Balmoral. Winding up into their work now. And Hamilton Wheelers have the ascendancy. There was no split for Balmoral, but Hamilton have got the lead at the moment. Can you believe that Lachlan Walters has ridden straight from his sprint, straight into the team pursuit? Porter White on the front, and the team now on the back straight, the Hamilton team, is a real mix of ability, and they've done a fantastic job. On the front now, he's won everything, and that is OJ as he comes around and trying to pick this team up a little bit. But their Hamilton Wheelers have the ascendancy at the moment. They're almost in the same straight. Lachlan Walters on the front of Hamilton Wheelers. Flynn Jensen on the front of Balmoral. There might be a catch imminent here. Lachlan Walters is staying on the front. They're both in the same straight. He looks over his shoulder to see if everybody's still there. He rolls off. And he leaves it to Flynn Jensen. Sorry, to Harrison Dowling to make the catch. He's now out. And Hamilton Wheelers take the bronze. A good ride there from Balmoral. But Hamilton Wheelers too strong. They take the bronze in the Junior 17 team pursuit, which will bring up the gold final On the front straight, Balmoral. And on the back straight is Bundaberg and Harvey Bay, Fraser Coast. With UQ rider Chloe Bowen in there as well. Well, the team on the back straight was put together 5 minutes before the qualifying round. They had hamburgers in their mouth and were downing lunch and had to hightail it out of the tunnel. And they did the second fastest time behind Balmoral, and it was very, very close. So Balmoral are ready, but the back straight aren't even in the gate. Douglas Savage, first rider for Balmoral. Oscar Schoff now. I think what they're missing is holders. Quirky now going up. It looks like they have enough holders now. Holzberger. And Chloe Bowen now going into the gate. All right, the green flag is up on the back straight. The shot clock is counting down. This is the gold final between a strong team from Balmoral and a strong team from the regional Queensland, including Chloe Bowen from UQ. "30 seconds. Chloe, stop, 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 stop. Bit of a issue there, and they'll get reorganised. Are they saying on the radio? Well, nothing like the drama of live sport. Anticipation builds as we have to get organised all over again. No real need for riders to be right on the start line in a team pursuit. Sometimes holding the riders just a little bit back to help them avoid false starting. You can see the Balmoral riders are quite a way behind the start line. Chloe Vaughan now getting organised into the gate. "30 seconds. If you're watching on the live stream, Balmoral on the left of screen and the regional team on the right of screen. We'll call them Bundaberg. All right, a clean start now. Everybody out of the gates and they're getting into their work. Zach Douglas Savage winding up his team. Chloe Bowen winding up her team. Into their work. There's nothing in it at the moment. Bundaberg probably just up, but it's very early days. Zach Douglas Savage, very strong. He'll wind that team up very quickly. Chloe Bowen just getting onto the back of this team. Holzberger on the front. Balmoral now coming down the front straight. Balmoral have the ascendancy at the moment, but it's very, very close. That's Vaughan that's on the front as they head down the back straight. There's nothing in it. The regional team are up, but only by the very smallest of margins. Zach Douglas Savage gets on the front again. Now Oscar Schoff. Oscar Schoff for the regional team. And Oscar Schoff's the strongest rider out there, and he's pulling them along. Oscar opens up their lead. Zach Douglas Savage has to be careful. He doesn't want to go too quick. A little bit of an opening there as Oscar Schoff still on the front. Now Chloe Bowen. Good turn there from Oscar Schoff as he gets back onto the front. And it's neck and neck. As they come down the back straight, Balmoral that is, and a regional coming around out of turn 2. There's nothing in it. Chloe Bowen's work is done. Balmoral have the ascendancy. Franks is on the front. Now it's Bodie Dusha. The regional team have slipped back. Can they pick it up? Clancy now on the front. We're down to 3. Dusha rolls off. Zach Douglas Savage looks across. He picks it up. Crossman in second wheel. He'll take the front. Zach Douglas Savage has opened it up again. Clancy now flicks off, and their strongest rider, Oscar Schoff, goes to the front. Clancy's just dropped off a little bit. He needs to pick it up. He does. Zach Douglas Savage is doing a Ghana type turn. He's dragging them around, and he's really opened them up. The gold medals with Balmoral at the moment. Oscar Schoff has pulled away from Holzberger. Holzberger now, he slows up, and they get back together again. Crossman rolls up. Now it's Franks onto the front. Balmoral in the gold medal position at the moment. Holzberger digging deep. Josh Franks, he's looking strong. Balmoral have a quarter of a lap. Now Zach Douglas Savage, he'll get even more out of this team. They've opened up. A big lead, Balmoral. They're almost into the same straight. Clancy now in the green for the regional team. Zach Douglas Savage. They get the bell. Balmoral looking very strong. Douglas Savage. Clancy's fallen off the back. Oscar Schoff really picked up the pace. Balmoral come round. They'll take the gold medal. And the team that was put together 10 minutes before the qualifier. Most of them have never done this before. The coach has never done it before. And they'll go home with a very proud silver medal in the Junior 17 team pursuit. Congratulations, Balmoral. 1-2 with the team pursuits. A very good job there from Crossman, Franks, Douglas Savage and Dusha. Clancy, Holzberger, Vaughan, Schoff and Bowen, the team from regional Queensland. And a very good job. That was event 64B, and we will have presentations after the conclusion of this final sprint. The Junior Men 17 sprint going to the best of three. Lachlan Walters winning the first one, Angus Withington the second. And now we go to the third and decider, and Withington will start off lead rider. Sorry, Walters will start off lead rider. Lachlan Walters leads out. As I said before, the final 200 metres in the first, won by Lachlan, was 11.71. The second heat won by Angus Withington, the final 200 metres in 11.73. So two very evenly spaced, equally matched riders. And it's often been said by King Julian that at the top end, not much separates riders in terms of speed. It really comes down to strategy and execution, particularly in this event. We see Lachlan Walters is protecting that dominant position, and now he goes. And Withington's trying to go around the outside. Angus Withington, he's got a lot of pace this time. And can he get? No, Lachlan Walters has pulled it back. And it's absolutely neck and neck. Withington comes around the outside. Lachlan Walters is holding on the inside. Who's going to be strong enough? It's going to be Walters. Can you believe it? He's won another one. Well, that's as close as it's ever going to get. Lachlan Walters, Angus Withington, I tell you, it's great to have him up from the ACT. There was absolutely nothing in that. Give them a round of applause there. Lachlan Walters has just come out of a team pursuit. Angus Withington, the speed that he jumped, it just wasn't enough. If he got round into the sprinters lane, he would have won that. But a real response from Lachlan Walters. They dug real deep. They might need a hand when they get down into the centre. But what a sensational final. And Lachlan Walters has himself another gold medal. So we go into presentations now for events 58, 60, 64, 65 and 66. It's the team pursuits I'm worried about. I'll get stuck with the team pursuits. Because there's like 13 people. All right, we're going to start with the junior men 15 scratch final. We'll start with event 58, which is the junior men. Girls, get out of the front seat, please. Yep, you three under 15, sit down. Ollie, Harrison. All right, junior men scratch. Junior men 15 scratch final. Presentations will be made by Jack Himalayas. And the bronze medal goes to Gold Coast, Riley Dixon. The silver medal to Hamilton Wheelers, Harrison Dowling. And the gold medal from Balmoral, Oliver Jordan. Junior men 15 sprint final. What's this event? Is this a team pursuit? What is this? Up next, the team pursuit. The silver medal, Annalise Murray, Chloe Buckley, Kaylee Ovenden, and Neve Parslow. The gold medal to Balmoral, Sienna Monteith, Ava Robbins, Bella Potts, and Megan Moore. Yep. Oh, yeah. It's a team zoo.
But it's only the bronze. Which are they going to fight?
Do you know who they were? You know those two. Where's the next event?
Yeah.
Next up, the men's team pursuit, the under 17 men's team pursuit.
Okay. This is them. This is silver. Ready? Previous event. These are bronze. Oh.
Now, the bronze going to Hamilton Wheelers, Harrison Dowling, Porter White, Lachlan Walters, and Lachlan Chamberlain. Regional Queensland getting the silver medal, Maxwell Clancy, William Holzberger, Liam Vaughan. Oscar Schoff. Next team. And Chloe Bowen. That team was literally put together 5 minutes before. They've done a sensational job. But the gold medal goes to Balmoral. Felix Crossman. Zach Douglas Savage. Josh Franks. And Bodie Dusha. Congratulations, Hamilton, Bundaberg, Fraser Coast and UQ, and Balmoral Cycling Club.
What's the next one? Looks like under 15, but what is it?
I think we've got the junior 15 girls scratch race up next. And the bronze medal from Bundaberg Cycling Club, Elise Vaughan. The silver medal from Gold Coast, Mackenzie Smith. And another sensational ride from Balmoral's Ava Robbins for the championship. We move on now to the Junior Women 17 Sprint.
Yep.
The bronze medal from the Gold Coast, Maddie Smith. The silver medal from Balmoral, Bella Potts. And the championship goes to Canberra Vikings, Emily Watch.
Thanks.
And our final presentation, the Junior Men 17 Sprint podium. Some fantastic riding. The bronze medal going to University of Queensland, Chris Mullins. Canberra Cycling Club's Angus Withington gets the silver. And the gold medal goes to Hamilton Wheelers, Lockie Walters. Congratulations to all our riders who have received medals and performed so well. We now move to event 67, which is the Junior Women 17 Scratch Race. Please. Felicity Liang, you are required in the broadcasting booth. Felicity Liang, you are required in the broadcasting booth. please. Darling. And hurry up. Felicity Liang, please come to the broadcasting booth. Thank you. Well, what about that Bundaberg team in the team pursuit? They literally decided to do the race 5 minutes before the qualifier. Hamburgers had to be thrown in the bin. Qualified second, took out the silver medal. Gotta love it. And coming up onto the back straight now, the Junior Women's 17 scratch race final, 7.5 kilometres. Monteith, Moore, Potts, Paddy, Pratt, Buckley, Smith, Ovenden, Parslow, Plant, Hunter and Bowen. A couple of riders that were involved in the team pursuit now racing to get to the start line. .30 laps on the lap board. Cinnamon Monteith on the front. And loving that pink helmet. Great to have something bright and that stands out on you in the race. Makes it so much easier to pick riders out, particularly when there's a lot of you in the same kit. Indy Plant rolls off the front. Grace Hunter from UQ. Short turn, Megan Moore and April Paddy. April Paddy now on the front, picks the pace up just a little bit. Kaylee Ovenden from Ipswich Cycling Club rolls straight off, and we're back to where we started. Sienna Monteith now. Maddie Smith, Chloe Bowen, Chloe Buckley. So for any of the uninitiated out there, that's perfectly okay. A scratch race is just a normal race. Nothing fancy. First person to roll over the finish line at the end of the 30 laps is the winner. Nothing complicated about that. And there will be some very tired legs out there, but you will often see some attacks later in the race. Some of the riders, more endurance riders, might try to get the ascendancy by going long, as we call it. Maddie Smith, not particularly one of those. She's one of the riders that will hope that it comes down to a sprint. Neve Parslow rolls straight off the front. Life cycle rider, Potts, Monteith, and back to Buckley. Buckley happy to sit on the front for a little bit. Looks over his shoulder, she'll roll up on this bend and Indy Plant will go to the front. Indy Plant preferring the shorter races. Out there giving it a crack. Megan Moore, a rider that could go very long and is in good form at the moment. When Megan Moore gets height, look out, because there's going to be an attack. And Megan Moore goes on the attack. Chloe Buckley and Sienna Monteith knew exactly what was happening. They've gone with it. April Paddy's going to close it down. Matilda Pratt was the one on the front that got swapped. Megan Moore just teasing. She rolls up now a little bit early. Doesn't want to do a 24-lap effort, but wants to start to split the field. And Chloe Bowen just wanting to get herself closer to the front. And Grace Hunter rolls up. Indy Plant looks over her shoulder. She rolls up. Sienna Monteith sitting in third wheel. She's got Chloe Buckley, Megan Moore, April Paddy on her wheel. Meanwhile, Matilda Pratt left down on the sprinters lane, rolls around to the front. Lots of tired legs out there. Matilda Pratt looks over her shoulder. There's nobody there. Bella Potts is coming with a bit of speed. And she's got Neve Parslow with her. And Chloe Bowen looking to get onto that train as well. And over the top goes Bella Potts. Sienna Monteith with her. Chloe Buckley, third wheel. Bella just looking over her shoulder. Megan Moore just a little bit further back. Pace is steady. Chloe Buckley on the front. Bella Potts settles into second wheel. Chloe Bowen riding a little bit more aggressively, staying up the front. Neve Parslow on her wheel. Bella Potts just staying at the front. Grace Hunter, second wheel, and then back to Megan Moore. Megan Moore would be a rider that you would expect to animate this race. At some stage, Kaylee Ovenden rolls up the front. Sienna Monteith. Indy Plant. Now Chloe Bowen back on the front again. Maddie Smith second wheel. Matilda Pratt from Bundaberg there in second wheel now. Now onto the front. 17 laps on the lap board. We're dwindling them down. We're getting close to the halfway mark. Not much has happened so far. A little bit of pressure put on the bunch by Megan Moore. But everyone looking pretty comfortable out there at the moment. Megan on the front, rolls up. Chloe Buckley now onto the front. Sienna Monteith in the pink helmet. Megan Moore not going to the back this time, just staying, and she's got April Paddy on her wheel as they roll around on the underside. Kaylee Ovenden on the front. We reach the halfway mark. 15 laps on the lap board. Maddie Smith on the front, she rolls up. Grace Hunter and back to Megan. Megan looks over her shoulder. She sees Madison Smith up high, but Maddie just working her way to the back. Indy Plant now. Indy Plant moving up on the outside. She's getting some encouragement. Megan Moore turns the screws. She looks over her shoulder. She's taken the opportunity because the other riders sort of a little bit caught. Potts. Now April Paddy doing the chase work again. She rolls up. Monteith. Megan looks over her shoulder again. 13 laps on the lap board. Monteith. She goes to the front. Megan's trying to get something happening, but the group's all together. Chloe Bowen rolls around under Megan Moore and they bunch up and the pace comes off again. Neve Parslow on the front. She rolls up. Indy Plant now. Looked like Indy Plant was rolling around to attack when Megan did. Saved her the effort. April Paddy now on the front. Picks the pace up again. Kaylee Ovenden on her wheel. She rolls off. Kaylee rolls straight off again. Megan Moore on the front. Madison Smith in the black. Neve Parslow. Megan Moore. She'll sometimes roll off the front, stay up high and then attack. But on this occasion, she's just working her way to the back. And there's a little bit of a break in the field, but it's been closed up by Chloe Bowen and Neve Parslow. April Paddy now bringing the riders at the back together. Chloe Buckley on the front, looks over her shoulder. We're 2/3 of the way through the race. Megan Moore working her way up on the blue line. She sits in behind Sienna Monteith. Chloe Bowen on the front again, short turn. April Paddy on the front again. Megan Moore happy to be towards the back. April Paddy lifts the pace. Every time she's got on the front, she's just lifted the pace that little bit. Grace Hunter rolls straight off. Kaylee Ovenden rolls straight off. Maddie Smith. So they're just swapping turns out at the moment. 8 laps on the lap board. We're getting close to the pointy end. Is it going to come down to a bunch sprint, or will there be an attack in the next few laps? Chloe Buckley rolls up. Sienna Monteith. Kaylee Ovenden coming around over the top of Maddie Smith. She doesn't want to get too far back. Megan Moore on the front. She rolls up. Indy Plant, 7 laps. 7 laps on the lap board. Indy Plant on the front. She picks up the pace just a little, looking over her shoulder. Neve Parslow now, she rolls up. Chloe Bowen, she's picked the pace up again. She looks over her shoulder. The response there from Bella to stay on a wheel. Chloe rolls up. Paddy, Grace, Moore. 6 laps on the lap board. Monteith. Now Buckley again. Neve Parslow moving up. Bella Potts. Neve Parslow. They've all set up. They've all set up. The pace is quite pedestrian now. 5 laps on the lap board. Will there be an attack? Will it come down to a bunch sprint? There's a lot of racing in the legs of these ladies out there. Bella Potts looking over her shoulder. Paddy picks up the pace. She goes to the front. Nothing crazy. Indy Plant attacks. 4 laps on the lap board. Indy Plant goes. Is there a response? There's a response from Chloe Buckley now. From Potts. Indy's picked up the pace. 3 laps on the lap board. Bella Potts is chasing. Then Buckley, then Bowen. Where's Megan Moore? Megan Moore's moving away up from the back. Indy Plant's about to get swamped. Chloe Bowen now is the one to counter. There's 2 laps on the lap board. Sienna Monteith goes with her. They're getting encouragement from the sidelines. Where's Megan Moore? Here she comes. Sienna Monteith, second wheel. Chloe Buckley is there as well. Now Megan connects with them. Neve's with her. They've broken up into 2. Potsy's going to bring them all back together again. Monteith is on the front. They get the bell. Monteith is on the front. Buckley goes around the outside. Monteith digs deep. Where's Megan Moore? She's in second wheel. Can Chloe Buckley go over the top of Sienna Monteith? Chloe Buckley. Sienna Monteith. Megan Moore's in 3rd position. Sienna Monteith has got it. Buckley 2nd. Megan Moore 3rd. Neve Parslow 4th. Bella Potts. Chloe Bowen. Maddie Smith was in there as well. April Paddy. Grace Hunter. Kaylee. The gold medal goes to Sienna Monteith. The move was made by Indy Plant. She had a crack, got things moving. Sienna Monteith was very well positioned. And in a field of riders who are tired and actually there's not that much difference in their pace. Positioning was everything, and Sienna Monteith rode it very clever. Chloe Buckley very well positioned as well. We'll wait for the official results. But a very good race there from a fantastic cohort of junior women. And now, while we wait for the junior women's official results, the boys come out and onto the boards. Well, this is our last race for today. The junior men 17 scratch. Another 30 laps, 7.5 kilometres. Sam Hilditch is on the front. Zach Douglas Savage. Lachlan Walters, who isn't tired at all after racing absolutely everything. Eli Taylor hasn't been well with the flu, but he's put on a brave face to come out and compete with his mates. Hasn't had the best lead in, but he's out here. Josh Franks rolls off. Porter White, Bodie Dusha. William Holzberger out there as well as Maxwell Clancy. Liam Vaughan on the front. The pace is steady. Lachlan Walters picks up the pace. Goskashoff there with him as well. Sam Hilditch, who's going to be pretty fresh. The results are in. Sienna Monteith, Chloe Buckley, Megan Moore, Neve Parslow, 1 to 4. The junior women's 17 scratch race. Congratulations to those riders. And off the front, we've broken this race into 2. Off the front, we've got Zach Douglas Savage, Sam Hilditch, Lachlan Walters, Porter White, Will Emilias, and Oscar Schoff. Oscar Schoff, the youngest of the riders out there. He's a second year under 15, but he's in fantastic form. Oscar gets off the front, picks up the pace. Oscar from Fraser Coast. A big effort from Vaughan here to bring the back markers back with Clancy. And they are making inroads because they've slowed up a little bit at the front. Some of the best 17s riders in Australia in that group there at the front. Flick of the elbow from Zach Douglas Savage, and Sam Hilditch rolls to the front. Lachlan Walters now. And a fantastic job from Vaughan to bring the race back together again. He's got Clancy with him, Taylor, Dusha, Franks and Holzberger, and they're all back together again. And Oscar Schoff is going to do his best to split it again. Dusha just struggling a little bit. It's always the way, you just get on and they attack again. There's no rest. But look who's at the front now. Vaughan goes to the front. He dragged them all back together again and he finds himself on the front. Will Emilias is in second wheel. And Clancy. Felix Crossman just a little bit off. He's off the back. He's had a big championship so far. Legs getting tired. Lachlan Walters says, hey, let's speed this up a little bit. Porter White goes with him. Oscar Schoff is there as well. Sam Hilditch, Douglas Savage and Emilias. Holzberger doing his best to hold on. And now the work goes to Eli Taylor to try and get them back. And Eli Taylor putting in a big effort now to get across. Vaughan rolls up and tells the boys, come on guys, I did all the work on the last time. Porter White rolls up, Oscar Schoff on the front. Hilditch, Emilias, Douglas Savage and Walters. Maxwell Clancy gets across to the front group, as does Vaughan. Holzberger tired after his fantastic team pursuit. He's got Bodie Dusha with him. Crossman now has conceded defeat, but he's not out, he's rolling up. Vaughan off the front. Liam Vaughan, he's done a ton of work so far. We've reached the halfway. And you want to try and keep Lachlan Walters off the front because every time Walters goes to the front, he turns the dial. Oscar Schoff's not much better. He lifts the pace as well. He's got Josh Franks with him. Josh Franks did very well in the Kieran. Hilditch on the front. Hilditch picks up the pace. Douglas Savage goes with him. Clancy's there as well. Emilias, Schoff. Lachlan Walters is a little bit back, but he's not worried because he's got riding with so much confidence. Yep, and he just collects the group and goes off and attacks. Sam Hilditch, the Enduro. He's picked up the pace. Schoff's right up there as well. Porter White, Douglas Savage. Walters might be showing some signs of being human. Porter White gets on his wheel. Is it starting to take its toll? Clancy just off the back with Josh Franks. Now he connects again. The pace slows. Oscar Schoff on the front, then Clancy, then Franks. Walters, Oscar Schoff up high. 9 laps on the lap board, and similar to the women's race, around 8-9 laps. It just slowed up. And now there's another attack from Walters. How is he even walking, let alone attacking? Sam Hilditch is looking very relaxed on the front, as does Zach Douglas Savage. Hilditch rolls up. Savage rolls up. Emilias, Oscar Schoff. Vaughan doing his best to reconnect. He rolls up. Eli Taylor putting in a big effort to get on the back, just as Walters gets on the front again. Just about back, and Walters gets on the front and turns the dial again. He rolls straight up after picking the pace. Clancy and Franks finding the going a little bit tough. 7 laps on the lap board, 6 laps on the lap board. Walters on the front again. He attacks again. He's got Porter White with him, then Hilditch. Douglas Savage, Emilias is doing a great job. Josh Franks and Clancy back in there again. They're looking at each other. 5 laps on the lap board. It's just going to come down to another bunch sprint. Zach Douglas Savage lost his footing. He came down. Sam Hilditch straight over the top of him. They're both straight up again. We're still racing. Douglas Savage picks up his glasses. He looks okay. Yelling and screaming. You've got a certain number of laps to get back in. Anyway, on the front of the race, it's Lachlan Walters. Lachlan Walters attacks. No Sam Hilditch, no Zach Douglas Savage. So the response comes from Porter White. He's got Oscar Schoff with him and Will Emilias. There's only 2 laps to go. Lachlan Walters is going for... He's going to TT this out. Lachlan Walters, surely he can't hold on. They get the bell. Lachlan Walters is off the front. Oscar Schoff's coming around Porter White. Oscar Schoff's coming. Can he get over the top? Will Emilias, the under 15. He comes around. Lachlan Walters tries to lift. Oscar Schoff. Surely Oscar Schoff can't get over the top. Oscar Schoff. Will Emilias. Can you believe it? Oscar Schoff. What a fantastic ride. Will Emilias second. I didn't catch. I think Lachlan Walters may have held on for third. Oscar Schoff, under 15. wins the junior men's 17 scratch race. First year under 17, sorry. Will Elias, first year under 17. Second, Lachlan Walters, he's put an enormous amount of effort in. Unfortunate for Zach Douglas Savage and Sam Hilditch to come down. That is racing. But here he is, ladies and gentlemen, Oscar Schoff from the Fraser Coast. And Will Elias from Balmoral, formerly from Cairns. We wait for the official results. Wait for the official results. Thankfully, the two riders that came down both got straight back up. Zach Douglas Savage just getting some attention over at first aid. We will have presentations now for the two scratch races. We're just waiting for the formal results. We're just waiting for the formal results from the junior men's 17 scratch race. Don't any of the regional men's team pursuit go before I get my photo. Oscar Schoff takes it out. William Elias second, and Lachlan Walters held on for third. Lachlan Walters attacked and attacked and attacked and attacked. What about Maxwell Clancy? He must have climbed his way back onto the back of the group 4 or 5 times, and he still had enough to hold on for fourth. Porter White fifth, did a lot of work. Josh Franks, Eli Taylor, Liam Vaughan. A great field of young men. A lot of racing in the legs. We are now going to do the presentations for the two final events. We'll be back here tomorrow, 9 o'clock start. We'll have the under 9, under 11s and under 13s tomorrow, which will be great. Been extremely warm on the track today. Make sure you get lots of sleep and make sure you get plenty of hydration into you, because it does take its toll. Well, Oscar Schoff looks cooked. Take him out because he is done. Will Elias doesn't look much better. Presentations were made by Jack Elias. Jack is on the State Advisory Council of Aucycling. We're going to now start our presentation with the Junior Women's 17 scratch race. I'd like to thank Junior Women's 17. If you would like to make your way to the podium. The bronze medal going to Balmoral's Megan Moore. The silver medal from Cairns, Chloe Buckley. And the gold medal and the scratch champion for 2024, Sienna Monteith from Balmoral Cycling Club. Megan Moore, Chloe Buckley, and Sienna Monteith. Now we have the presentation for the junior men 17 scratch race. I don't know that Lachlan Walters has ever been on this bronze podium. Hamilton Wheelers, Lachlan Walters. The silver, Balmoral's Will Emilius. And the gold medal and scratch champion from Fraser Coast, Oscar Schoff. Top step. Give each other a cuddle. Lachlan Walters, Will Emilius and Oscar Schoff. Thank you everyone. Thank you commissaires, Carolyn Jones, Tony Toole, Michael Keatman, John Madigan, Phil Jones, Lisa Benjamin, Annette Rickard, Keith Ham, Tim Hutch, Mark Payne. That is our list of commissaires for the weekend. On timing, Neil Hamey and race director Louise Jones. Thanks to our first aid, who's busy over there at the moment, and all of our live streamers. It's been a ladies' day today on the live stream. Thank you very much also to all of the volunteers who have sweated out the day. We'll see you tomorrow at 9 o'clock